Were you okay with the switch, A, and B, were you okay that it was Jacques?
No, I wasn't. I was okay with. It didn't matter to me who won it necessarily. I mean, I didn't have an issue with Jacques or anyone else that I can think of at the time. But I was a little bit concerned about where they were going with me when I thought I was doing pretty good. I thought I had some momentum going, and what I'd done with Kurt, the SummerSlam, and all, I was kind of riding a good wave. I thought I was sort of finally getting a chance to finally see what I could really do as a babyface. And when they hit me with that idea, I thought they pulled the rug out from underneath me, and that I was going to get sort of just pushed off to the sidelines. And
you thought you were going to be discarded?
And that someone else would step in or something. I just didn't trust where it was going to end up. But at the same time, I could feel that I trusted him. Vince kind of pretty much told me what was going to go on. And, I trusted what he was doing, but I just wasn't sure that it would really happen again. Like, he promised me so many times that I just wasn't sure if it would really happen. But at the same time, I also knew that they sort of know what they're doing around here. So I'll just close my eyes and just pray for the best,
How far in advance are you told?
I probably found out probably right around Christmas time or just after.
Rumor has it you were talking to WCW.
Yeah, it's true. I was talking to WCW. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, and I thought I better have some kind of a backup plan of something if I'm getting, because usually when you had the title, you got recycled to the sidelines, and then you got sort of pushed out. If you look at Tito and a lot of guys, they kind of use you up and think, okay, now we're going a different direction, and whether that's a good direction or not, sometimes you don't have any say in it, and it doesn't matter. It's just you better have a backup plan. So I'm trying to remember how that came about, because I had a couple of dealings with WCW, but I think it was with Brian Pillman came to me, and he told me that I think he told me that he'd get me a better deal, that he had a better deal with WCW than what I was making in WWE, and that he'd get me the same deal. And so I didn't really want to go anywhere, but I had it as a backup plan. And as I recall, it came down to calling them up and getting an idea of what they were going to do with me, or whether they were going to pay me that amount. And when I did, it was Jim Barnett who I called on the phone. And Jim Barnett basically told me that they couldn't pay me because I had talked to Ric Flair, and he basically told me they couldn't pay me what I'd been sort of promised or told that they could pay me, and that I was better off staying where I was.
Wow.
And it was kind of blunt and kind of like, and I always thought, well, maybe he was just trying to, maybe he just didn't have much regard for me. I kind of, and then I always wondered if maybe he's just doing me the biggest favor in the world, But I never, so I kind of took it, and that was it. And I was disappointed in that dealing, because I only kind of explored it. And I remember when I had talked to somebody there, I think it was Kevin Sullivan, I called, and he actually answered the phone, I think, at WCW. And he couldn't believe it was me on the phone. And it was like, but anyway, the worst thing about it was, like, after I kind of explored and turned it down, the thought of going down there. I think now that I remember, it might have been because I found out that my contract didn't roll over until September. Like, I couldn't actually get out of my contract. I'd have to take a lot of time off.
Right. And so WWE had you tied up till September? Yeah,
it had me tied up, and I couldn't. And I think I had to wait, and so I kind of had to, shelve that thought, or dump it. And what bothered me the most was that it was all in the shit sheets and the observers and whatever all the next day. And I remember we actually had a confidentiality thing, and I remember I said, that's it with those guys. They're just not reliable. I should have stuck with that conviction.